What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of the NJ Show. It's me, your boy trader NJ. How is it going today, everyone? We have got a lot of stuff to discuss today. Oof, the market is down. The market is not doing very well today. But what are the fundamental drivers that are causing the market to be so bearish? You know, we're going to dive into all of those today. Thank you so much for tuning in. Let's see who we've got with us today. So we have Puya. Hey, NJ, how's it going? It's going good, mate. How you doing? It's going good. We've got 21 people watching. Can we get those likes up to 20 before we kick the stream off? Let's go. Drop a comment. Let me know where you guys are tuning in from. I'd love to shout you guys out. Hassan, good morning. Well, good afternoon from the UK. It's good to see everyone. Okie dokie. Right, so starting off with Bitcoin. You know, where are we? Where are we with Bitcoin? We spoke about Bitcoin yesterday. And things were looking good. So what happened? What happened indeed? All right. Let's go to the 1 hour chart real quick. And let's have a look. Now, I mean, for those of you who can you guys see this very well? Let's have a look. Yeah, you guys can see this pretty well. Okay. Arwed is saying there's problems with the sound. Can anybody else confirm if there's any problems with the sound? I think it's just you, mate. Good afternoon, 1HP. Arwed, Brown Hulk, D. Awesome. Very, very good. So what's gone on with Bitcoin? Well, yesterday we made what looks like a lower high and we've rejected off it. And we've pushed back below that 30k level, that crucial 30k level. After spending so long in this chop right here. We spent so much time in this chop right here. Just as we break out, we are now starting to break below. And it looks like we want to push down. Do we know if we're going to push down? We don't know yet. Where would I start getting mega bearish? Where would I start saying, look, we might need to exit some of these positions that we're looking for in terms of this relief? It would be below sort of 28,900. That's where I'd sort of start saying, look, maybe we need to start de-risking, start exiting our positions. We made some money last week off cow. I bought some cow yesterday at the dip and it continued dipping. Obviously, risk is in place. Stops are there for a reason. We've got to be safe. We've got to exit our positions accordingly if the trade doesn't go to plan, and we have to do it in a way that's not emotional either. So Bitcoin at the moment doesn't look great to me. You know, the only bullish sort of give you is this price action that we're seeing here, where we do this high and this lower high. The only time I've ever seen it sort of is here. You see how we make the high and then the lower high, and then we grind and we push back up. Are we going to do that here in this block here? I don't know. I don't know. I can't be honest with you. This price action is very interesting and odd price action. To me, there's not enough money moving around in the market. And that's why price is looking like this. It looks horrible, you know. I don't like it. It's not a trader's market, you know. Sometimes when you're trading, you've got to pick and choose your moments. You know, you can't just trade every single day and look for a setup every single day. I'm going to go in the 5 minute. I'm going to go in the 15 minute. I'm going to go in the 30 minute just to look for a trade. It doesn't work like that. The most money is made when you're patient and you look for your triggers. So, you know, right now there are 2 triggers here for me. If we was to consolidate here and do something like this and then push up, that's a potential trade. I wouldn't take that trade, but that's a potential trade. Now, the obvious trade is this. We've got a level here at 28,900. If we was to break below that and start showing resistance here, I would take the short. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is. Moving on to ETH. ETH looks just as shit. We haven't broken that 1700 level just yet. 1700 level just yet. However, it's looking like shit. We're making lower highs. We're continuing to push lower. If we break the 1700 level and start showing signs of resistance at it, again, we need to be a bit more proactive with our approach in terms of what we're going to do if ETH continues to break that level. You know, it opens the doors for a lot lower. You know, I know you guys didn't see that, but there we go. 1200 suddenly becomes a possibility on ETH. Now, I don't know. We've got 21 viewers here. I don't know how many of you are bears and how many of you are bulls, but you know, if you're bullish, you know, you've got to start making sure that your positions are safe and that you're not over risking, right? But what are the fundamental drivers that are causing this market to behave like this? Do we have any news in the market that might help us understand why Bitcoin is and Ethereum is taking the dive that it's taking today? Let's find out. So number one, Binance is under investigation from the SEC. And I mean, for those of you who played the bull market in 2021, you would know that the reason Ripple couldn't really do anything at all was because the SEC had it under its wraps. Yeah? The SEC wasn't lenient with Ripple, and now they've moved their attention over to Binance. This is not good. This is really bad. Okay? Why are the SEC looking into Binance? For those of you who want to look at this article, you can go to bloomberg.com. That's where you'll find it. Why are the SEC paying attention to Binance today? So for some very odd reason, the SEC have decided that they're going to start digging in and investigating how the origins of BNB was created. So I think that they're looking into the private sale of the BNB token. They're looking into how Binance originated. They're looking into how the private sale was done, and they're looking to scrutinize on it. You know, they're looking for any reason that they can to, again, we're hearing more volume issues. All right, let me turn the mic up just a little bit. Is that better, guys? Cool. Well, I'm going to crack on anyway. So, you know, the SEC are looking into Binance, and they're looking into how it was formed and how it was originated. Now, this is bearish. This is a very bearish piece of news. Why is it bearish? Simply put, because the SEC have powers. The SEC have powers, you know, that can change the way the market moves, if that makes sense, right? So news coming out about the SEC attacking Binance, attacking is the word I'd use. You know, attacking Binance, that's going to affect the overall market because we need a response from Binance. Binance is the biggest exchange in the crypto space. It's where all of the trading is done. A majority of the volume, especially in terms of spot, is done via Binance. So if Binance is under scrutiny or if Binance is under investigation from a power like the SEC, mega FUD. Mega FUD. You know? And there's more to talk about on Binance as well. It's not just that. Moving on to this here. $2.4 billion worth of crypto has been laundered through Binance. And I mean, we're getting cascading reports today. It's non-stop. There's a number of bearish pieces of news that we have to go through. 2.4 billion worth of crypto has been laundered. Now, the thing is, this is what makes crypto a bit messed up. People don't understand crypto for what it is. The mainstream media portray crypto as, you know, being used for laundering, used for crime, used for anything that's sort of illegal, when in reality, crypto is just a bunch of cool people trying to make money and save their families. People don't want to see it that way. The banks don't like crypto. The powers that be don't like crypto. And therefore, we are where we are. So 2.4 billion being laundered through Binance. And I mean, that's between 2017 and 2021. So 2017 was when the bull market really kicked off. You know, that was the big one for me. That was the real first super cycle, should I say, you know? And people took advantage of that, whether it was for tax purposes, whether it was for, you know, exchanging your drug money into USDT and then doing whatever you want to do on Binance. People took advantage of that. But this is what I find really funny, right? At the bottom of this article, I think they got a look at this. They've got from a criminal himself. A criminal himself says, "This is the fastest and cheapest way I've tried," one user wrote, according to Reuters. So the fastest way to launder your money, especially if you've got 2.4 billion worth, is through Binance. For those of you who don't know where I got this article from, it is from decrypt.co. So check it out. Good place to get some news from. I mean, we got a lot on Binance today. First, we've got the SEC report pinning down on Binance, and then the next day we've got 2.4 billion. I don't even know how they got this number. Like, it doesn't actually tell us how they got this number. You know, they're saying 41.4 billion in derivatives in volume, but they're saying 2.4 billion in terms of how much was actually laundered. So is it real news? Is it fake news? It's difficult to say, but we do know that it's news that's impacting the market. Malcolm Brown says, salam, bro. AJ says, volume is fine. Big Ting says, you heard about Fed increasing interest rates. Well, of course, mate. That's like the biggest thing that's going on at the moment, you know, with the rate hikes and whatnot. That's kind of everything that's driving the market at the moment. A big portion of what's driving down the market at the moment. Speculation is finished. We no longer have any speculation in this market. That's what's driving the S&P down, and ultimately what's driving Bitcoin down, you know. Elizabeth says, hey. Puya says he's hearing fine. Jody says sound is all good, my man. Derry says, in my country, 80 billion looted by one person. Well, there you go, $80 billion. Derry, what country are you from, mate? I need to know for personal reasons. So along with this laundering news, you know, Binance CZ himself has responded to that. You know, CZ has. This is what I like about CZ, and this is what I like about Binance, and this is why Binance is a platform that a lot of people trust and a lot of people respect. I personally trust Binance. I mean, I would never keep all my crypto on an exchange. That's silly. That's not advice that anybody should be giving you. You don't do that. You keep your crypto in a private wallet, which only you and yourself have access to. Maybe one person that you trust in the event that something happens to you. But ultimately, you know, Binance out of all the exchanges is the one I trust the most, right? So CZ has come back and he's responded with 50 pages of email records between the cybersecurity team proving that this 2.4 billion worth of laundering is bullshit, you know? So like I said, a lot of this news that you see isn't going to be legit. A lot of this news that you see isn't going to be accurate, and it isn't going to be perfectly written. However, when market is dumping, when the bigger powers that be decide to push price down, this is the type of news that will come out. This is the type of information that you can expect to see in the crypto space. And this is very, you know, very bearish news. There's an element of these pieces of information that are accurate. You know, guys, we've got 21 people watching and we've got 16 likes. Let's smash up those likes. Let's push some likes up. Let's help the channel and let's support the channel grow. If you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you've hit the bell icon so that you know I go live. I go live every day around the same time. So if you guys aren't doing anything tomorrow, please feel free to tune in. I'll be live once again. Moving on. Now, this next piece of news is fucked up. Indian crypto holders face 30% tax on Luna airdrop. That is messed up, man. Luna doesn't stop. Luna continues. I mean, you know, why have India done this? So I guess what's happened here is that they've perceived the Luna 2.0 as a new token. So people who lost money on Luna, they can't even offset their losses on the new token, because unfortunately the new token is a new token. Therefore, 30% tax. And it's a difficult one. It's a difficult one. I'm not sure what to say. I feel sorry for everybody that was involved in the Luna fiasco. A lot of people lost money on that, you know, and now we're seeing it continue to cause more problems for more people. Luna's not doing good. 30% tax. You know, imagine how much percent people are down on Luna. So for instance, you know, you invested 10k in Luna. When the Luna airdrop came about, maybe you got 7k worth. So you're already down 30% there. And now being down 30% on that, you've now gone on to lose another 30% to tax, which if you don't pay, you know what will happen. So it's just one of those things where, goodness, my allergies are crazy today. It's just one of those things where it's unfortunate, but it's about time we accept what Luna is for what it is. Luna is a rug, right? I don't think they're going to come back. I don't think they can make it back. I don't think it's something that will ever see all-time high ever again. And the reason for it is because they've destroyed their community. Yeah. So you guys know how I feel about Luna. For those of you who have been tuning in over the last several days, over the last 2 weeks, you guys know I'm not a big fan of Luna. I don't think Luna will do very well. And given the current market status, I don't see how they can come back. It doesn't make any sense to me for Luna to come back. So moving on. We have some bullish news. I filtered through. I took some time. A lot of research does go into this channel to bring you these types of pieces of information, just so that you guys are up to date and you guys know what's going on. So maybe, I don't know, you're going for a haircut at your barber's. Maybe you're meeting up with some friends. And, the conversation is crypto. You guys have the ability to talk about crypto. You guys have the ability to explain what's going on. Dank says, big up NJ, good to catch you live. Cheers, mate. Appreciate that. Thank you very much for the beautiful comment. So, Web3 and Web3 gaming is a big thing in crypto. I think that in the next cycle, it's going to do really well. I think that games are going to get more complex. The type of games that are being built are going to get more complex. And I do think that this is an area and a sector of crypto that we need to keep our eyes on, right? When the next cycle does come, we want to be ahead of the game in terms of where we stand in different sectors. So if it comes to NFTs, we want to be in a place where we know the latest NFTs information and we sort of know what's trending. We don't want a bull market to come back and the NFT space starts booming and we're busy focused on dinosaur NFTs, NFTs that aren't going to boom. Similarly, with gaming, with Web3 gaming, we want to focus on games that are trending, So Gala Games will publish, blockchain games on the Epic's game store. That's huge news. For those of you who don't know about Epic Games, they are a very reputable brand, right? For those of you who do game and whatnot, I know a lot of you don't, but for those of you who do, Epic Games is a reputable brand, and to have cryptocurrency type games being, displayed on that store, that's bullish for us. It's good news. With all the bearish news that has come out today, it's good to have some bullish news, So that's one. And then back over, this one shocked me. When I saw this today, I was like, oh my goodness, what is going on in crypto? What is going on in crypto? FTX is going to delist RUNE. Thorchain, cross-chain liquidity. Do you guys know about Thorchain? Do you guys know about RUNE? A lot of people have made money on RUNE, but now FTX are delisting it. Wow. I never thought I'd see the day happen. Wizard XBT says, what's good, my man? What's good, brother? Chosen Check says, love these streams. Watching you from the US. Cheers. Thank you very much for that. And Hassan says, Epic Games are the Fortnite makers. So, yep, Epic Games, big company, reputable brand, very, very big company. But look at this, guys. FTX will delist RUNE. I'm shocked. I'm genuinely shocked. I can't believe it. I never thought I'd see the day happen. And they're saying that RUNE spot markets will be suspended on June the 13th at 2 p.m. following a delist. So, I mean, it really is the end of the bull market for 2021. It really has come to an end. I think that we are going to see a couple of bounces here and there over the next year or two, but it really has come to an end. When you see news like this, that's when you kind of know, okay, this market is it's in a state where it's very unforgiving, and we know that because last year the market was so generous. Do you get where I'm coming from? Last year we were printing so many millionaires. And so many people were making money. Even people who didn't know about crypto. They'd log into Binance, throw $1,000 at something, come back in a couple of weeks, and it'd be worth $5. The market was very forgiving. And now the market is very unforgiving. So if you're holding RUNE, if you're holding any positions in Thorchain, I would double check and review those positions. Puya says, I just saw the email. Gosh, this is strange. And 1HP says, that's wild as fuck. Yes, it is. It is. FTX is a big platform too. They are a very big platform. I'm very shocked. I didn't expect them to do this, and we'll see. We'll see what happens. Jody says market is set to hard mode now. Yes, correct. So, you know, this is the time to really learn. If you're in this bear market and you're spending all your time in this bear market, there are two ways to really go about it. You know, you can spend all your time in the bear market trading, and the chances are, if you're new to this game, you're not going to be making a lot of money trading, right? That's just what the bear market has to offer. The volatility isn't there. And if the volatility isn't there, your altcoins won't move in the way that you want them to move. Now, there's going to be one or two altcoins that magically push, right? But those altcoins will be far and few. You know, maybe we'll catch one or two of them on this channel. Who knows? Subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon so that you're stayed up to date. You're tuned in. And if we do catch one of these altcoins, you'll be one of the first guys to know, or girls, you know. But FTX delisting RUNE, unbelievable. Unbelievable. This market is the market to study and learn. This news, while it may not affect your daily trade, it's the kind of shit that you need to know. You need to drill it into your head. You need to make this type of show your daily EastEnders, you know, so that you're up to date, so that you know what's moving the market. Yes, technical analysis is king. For me, it's king. I don't think you really need news when you're an expert at technical analysis, but if you're an amateur, or if you're somebody who's fairly new to the game, or if you're somebody who isn't too familiar, then you need to paint a bigger picture. You need to understand, along with your price action, what is going on in the market. What are the dramas? What are the latest pieces of news that go on in the market that drive price up or drive price down? You know, so today Bitcoin's dumping. You could turn around and tell your friend, well, yep, today crypto's dumping. Binance under the SEC sort of scrutiny. 2.4 billion lost in laundering. CZ responds to it. There is a lot of drama going on. Luna holders in India, lots going on. Malcolm says, do you think altcoins will be labeled as securities? Well, honestly, it depends on the altcoin itself, my friend. It depends how the private sale of the altcoin went. It depends if they were registered at the time or not, you know, and it depends where it's being traded. If it's just a shitcoin on Uniswap, then I doubt there's going to be any issues. But if it's trading on Binance, then I'm sure there's going to be a lot of more regulatory work that needs to be put into it. Arwed says, God bless you. God bless you too, mate. God bless you too. I like the positivity. Thank you very much. Smash up the likes, guys. Show me some love. It supports the channel, supports the algorithms, helps me bring content to you every day. Moving on. More bearish news. Elon Musk has alleged that Twitter was flouting its obligations to provide the required data on fake accounts. What does this mean? This means that, you know, Elon is starting to get cold feet now. He's not sure if he wants to buy Twitter anymore. What does this mean for us? You know, now a lot of us know Elon Musk as somebody who supports cryptocurrency. A lot of us know Elon Musk as somebody who supports the idea of Bitcoin. He supports Doge. He supports crypto as a whole, you know, and a lot of the times last year when crypto was sort of pulling back, he would use his powers to help push crypto up, not purposely, but, you know, he would use these powers to push crypto up. There were a lot of memes of, you know, the guys that, you know, like there's a meme of this guy holding the planet on the back of his head, and people would say Elon Musk holding the crypto market. So, you know, Elon is somebody who does care about us. He's somebody he's not your average billionaire. He is the closest thing that we'll ever have to Iron Man or Tony Stark. And seeing him, you know, potentially pull back out of this Twitter deal, it does bother me a little bit. I think Twitter needs new ownership, and I think the new ownership should push for more crypto adoption. I would love to have seen, you know, in 2025, somebody like Elon owning Twitter and helping push us into the future, making crypto trend a lot more, making Bitcoin trend a lot more, making it easy for people to understand Bitcoin and Ethereum through Twitter, because Twitter is a very heavily used app. And it is, for me, better than Instagram and TikTok and YouTube. I think being able to compile small pieces of information and pushing it out there in a readable form for people to understand, it makes a big difference. Somebody like Elon owning Twitter would have really helped us, but at the moment we're seeing some FUD around it. I don't think he likes the bots. I don't think he likes the way that it's currently going. I mean, maybe in a couple of months' time, when the market quietens down, if we start seeing a lot less scammers, if we start seeing a lot less bots, then maybe he'll take interest again, and maybe we can push this deal through. I mean, this is going to cost 44 billion to buy out Twitter. 44 million, is it? Or 44? I think it's 44 million. But anyway, it's going to cost that much to buy out Twitter. So it's not going to be a deal that happens overnight. There's going to be a lot of paperwork involved. It's not just going to be like, here's $44 million. Here you go. Can I have Twitter now? Can I have the private keys? It's not going to be like that. It's a process that's going to take months. It's a process that's going to take a lot of people. There's going to be lawyers involved. It's not going to happen overnight. So maybe this is just FUD. Maybe this is just bearish news. Who knows? The market is dumping to shit today, and a lot of bearish news will follow, Moving on. More bearish news. Very. How are you feeling today, NJ? Would you say that today is one of the most bearish days you've ever come across? Very. Very. That's an Ole Gunnar Solskjaer joke. Only Hassan will understand that in the chat. Hassan, if you do understand that, make a comment. So, Celsius Network. I am very George Bush? I'm very bullish on Celsius Network. I think that they've done a lot for the crypto space. I think that they've grown in a very organic way inside of the crypto space. I've seen a lot of bullish news around Celsius. I've seen a lot of partnerships around Celsius that make me bullish on it. And yet, even they, as professional as you can be, even they are not adverse to mistakes. Now, I mean, this news, let's dive into it and I'll tell you if I feel bullish or bearish. I mean, there are bullish elements to it. I'll go into it now. So, on June 22nd, 2021, the ETH2 staking solution firm Stakehound announced that they had lost keys to over 38,000 ETH they had deposited on behalf of clients. Now, for those of you who don't understand, like imagine you've got a fund, right? We're gonna use Hassan as an example because he commented last. So Hassan owns a fund, and all 20 of us here, we all give Hassan 10 ETH, and then Hassan loses the keys to that fund. I mean, you could call out scam, you could call out bearish or whatever, but ultimately, it looks like they've made a mistake. Clients are now suing them, and it's gone to the Israeli court. Not very good, bearish. But at the same time, look, if this Ethereum is lost forever, then that's 38,000 more to add to the burn list. All right, 38,000 more to add to this burn list. Ultimately, it's bearish news. It does affect the price of Ethereum. A lot of people will lose confidence. And you know what? I want to say this, yeah. This is something that a lot of people don't really say, but a lot of this market is pushed by confidence. Confidence in a project, confidence in a community. Like a lot of this is driven by confidence. And as soon as you see somebody lose confidence in a project or in an asset, you see price follow suit, So again, from this, this is bearish news per se, because a lot of people have lost hard-earned money. A lot of people have lost their crypto, which sucks. It's horrible to say. At the same time, we've now burnt 35,000 ETH. So it's kind of bearish in the short term, bullish in the long term. Obviously, the people that did take a loss, I hope you do get something back from that. I hope that you do make it back. I mean, we've all taken losses in this space, right? This space in crypto, we're full of losses. Optimus says 38k isn't too much taking into EIP 1559 into account. Prior to that, it would have been significant. Yeah, so EIP 1559, we do burn ETH regularly. We burn a lot of ETH regularly. But, you know, still 38,000 ETH is still 38,000 ETH. If you look at the USD value to that, we're looking at a lot of money. You know what I mean? So yeah, not very bullish at all. At today's Ether price, this is a loss of approximately $71 million. So, you know, that's a whole fund. That's a whole fund, you know. Hassan says, man, crypto is looking bad today. Yep, crypto is looking horrible today, mate. It is looking horrible. Bullish news, Illuvium, for those of you who don't know, a gaming token, they've sold 72 million in land. So the 71 that we lost from ETH, we've made it back in Illuvium. Illuvium's holding it. They've sold 72 million worth of land, and I don't understand how that happens in a bearish market. But amazing. So again, going back to what I was previously discussing, you know, moments ago on the stream, I was saying we need to stay on top of this gaming sector. We need to stay on top of it. I remember like somewhere along 2015, 2016, I started getting into Clash of Clans, and fudge, I spent like 400 quid on Clash of Clans. And it wasn't just me. It was Trader Dank too. That's Trader Dank. He spent a lot of money on Clash of Clans too. Boy, we took that game seriously. We were nerds. We were going in on that game. And do you know what? It makes me wonder if a game like Clash of Clans or RuneScape, which I loved as well, by the way, growing up, if we had something like that could incorporate cryptocurrency with it, oh man, I'd want to be part of that movement. I'd want to be part of that movement. That would be so huge, especially with COVID recently happening. If we need a game like that. We need a new World of Warcraft, or we need a new RuneScape, or we need a new Clash of Clans. Optimus says Clash Royale is better than Clash of Clans. Well, look, mate, we'll have this debate later on. Thank you for the comment. But, oh my God, we're getting lots of comments now. Malcolm says, bro, I still have Max Pure on RuneScape, and I haven't been able to use it since they cancelled PKing. Oh my God. All right, we've got some gamers in the stream. So look, exactly, this is fantastic. If we've got some gamers in the stream, then you guys will know the importance of keeping up to date with Web3 gaming. We want to make sure for the next cycle, we're prepared. We've got to stay on top of gaming. This is something that I'm going to definitely keep on my channel. I'm going to make sure I review this stuff a lot, because we want to follow the smart money. And especially in the next cycle, if somebody comes out, if a group of developers come out and create something, look, Brown Hulk says Pokemon it is, you know, haha. Imagine creating something like Pokemon Go and being able to earn coins, something like Steppen. Imagine Steppen partnered with Pokemon Go. It would be cataclysmic. I would love something like that. I think that would be hugely bullish. Because now you're taking something from the outside world and you're taking something from the crypto world, you're pushing it together by force. And people will use it. Kids will use it. Everyone will want to know what crypto is at that point, because you're getting paid. You're getting paid, you know? So Jody has asked an interesting question here. Jody says, would you say that this bearish situation is an opportunity to pick up bargain basement prices? Now, look, Jody, that is a great question. It depends what you mean, you know. Let's go back to ETH. Just because I've got ETH up, you know. Let's say, for instance, ETH, the price of ETH is here, right? At 3,500. The market pulls back. To 3,200. Some people are saying, well, look, is this an opportunity to buy prices lower? Now, price breaks down right here, retests 3,200, and then continues to sell off. Now we're at 2,750. And people say, well, NJ, is it a good idea to buy? Should we scale in and buy the dip? We buy the dip, price retests, and now we're at 2,200. Now we're 50% down on our investments. You know, the amount of drawdown that we've taken is incredible. So how am I answering your question then? I'm answering your question like this. You need to understand, and all of you in this chat need to understand what a trending market is. A trending market is the best type of market. A trending market is a market that goes in one direction and it stays in that direction. It doesn't stop, right? Example. From 1700, we went on a uptrend all the way to almost $5,000 on Ethereum. Every person who longed the dip on the way up to 5,000 was winning. All right? So I'm not saying should we keep buying higher when I'm saying an uptrend. I'm not saying that. I'm saying buy the dip on an uptrend. Everyone was winning. Now we're on a downtrend. Everybody who short the dip is winning. Short the pullback, not the dip. Everybody who shorted the pullback is winning, right? Which makes you wonder, if you're going to buy a token and we keep going lower and lower and lower, it's just a consistent downtrend. I mean, look, a lot of people thought that 2200 was going to be the low. You know, even I thought that maybe we had something here. We smashed right through it. And we've now retested it as resistance. So you've got to ask yourself, did you dollar cost average in? Or are you just buying something as exit liquidity? You know? What we need, and I love that I've bought this chart up. What we need, Jody, and everybody else on this stream, is we need the trend to continue. And then we need something like this. Can you guys see this blue box here on the screen? For those of you who are just listening to the chat and not watching the video, this is something that you'd want to watch. This blue box here, this boring price action. Do you know how many people will leave crypto when we have price action like this? Nobody's going to care anymore. Everybody's going to say crypto's over. In fact, I'll do you one better. Look at this. Fuck me. Look how long this price action was. It lasted forever. It lasted forever. And a lot of people will leave crypto. A lot of people will leave crypto. You know? When we have something like that, here, let me show you. Let me see if I can actually replicate it onto the screen. Just for you guys. Hold on. What's the tool that I'm looking for? This one. Here we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. Right like this. If I saw something like this in crypto, that's when I'd be telling you guys, all right, guys, what altcoins are you looking for? All right, guys, who's longing ETH? Who's ready? A bull market is coming. And while I'm telling you guys a bull market is coming, in the chat, you guys would say, no, a bull market isn't coming. What are you talking about? You're stupid, NJ. What are you talking about? You know? When price is moving sideways like this over a long period of time. Now, I'm not saying it's going to happen exactly like this. I think it will happen more like this. More like that. I don't think we're going to have a 4 or 5 year bear market this time. I think we're going to have a 1-2 year bear market, which we've already started, right? When I see price do something like this, that's when I'm going to be saying, all right, can Solana come back? Can Polkadot come back? Can AVAX come back? You see, by the time that comes around, we won't need to be looking at low caps, because the altcoins that used to be high caps are now low caps. That's how much money would have exited the market. When something is boring, you don't watch it, right? If this stream was boring, you wouldn't be here, right? But you're here. We need to get boring in crypto. We need to get really boring. And when we get boring, that's when we start looking for altcoins to buy. That's when we start risking our money. Because you're buying in at a price that everybody's too fearful to buy at. Getting filled in that price won't even be easy. There'll be more sellers than buyers, but there's nothing left to sell. Price is just nuked. You know what I mean? Imagine In 2017, all these coins that went on to do great things, they all dumped to zero. So many of them revived. So many of them revived in 2021. Dinosaur coins were just going crazy, you know? I remember because I traded some of them. It was back when my Twitter was a lot lower than it is now. Follow me on Twitter, by the way, TraderNJ1. Make sure you do. Supports. And, you know, that's what we need. So right now I'm not buying anything because as far as I'm concerned, there's no reason why we can't do something like this right now. And I'm not a bear, you know. I'm not a bear. I'm bullish. I'm someone who likes to be bullish. I like it when price goes up because it's more of a global evaluation for cryptocurrency. It's more of a global evaluation, which means that we're going to get more what's the word I'm looking for? We're going to get more exposure to the world. You know, that's what I like and that's what I want. So when price is going down like this, I'm not particularly happy, but I'm indifferent. I'm indifferent because it means that we have the opportunity to buy at lower prices, which is what you want. It's what I want. It's what you want, you know? So that's where I see, that's kind of what I see going on at the moment. We're in a downtrend. I don't think I should be advising anyone to buy, and I don't think you should be advising anyone to buy either. You know, we're not in that place, you know? So I trust you guys to be cautious. I trust you guys to be cautious with the money that you do have. Wait for the downtrend to finish and wait for it to confirm. You know, what would I want to do now? All right, so let's do this quickly then. How would I want to see price confirm for a bullish setup? It would be something like this. Look at this 1700 level we have here. If we got below it, deviated it, went back above it, held it, then we'd push up here into 2200. That's a bullish trade. But for now, price isn't bullish. You know, yesterday we were above 31,000 on Bitcoin, and today we've dumped, and we've dumped badly with very awkward price action. Do I think we can go up? Yes, there are a couple of fractals that I've seen that make me think we can go up, but it remains to be seen. Amov says, any trades you're planning today? Look, honestly, mate, when it comes to the trading space, I am riding one or two altcoins. If you tune into the stream yesterday, I did buy a dip on one or two altcoins just for short term. Obviously, the market has pulled back today, so we need Bitcoin and Ethereum to confirm first. We need Bitcoin and Ethereum to prove to us that it wants to go higher first before we can start charting dips on altcoins. You know, before we can start looking at dips on altcoins, we need to make sure that we understand what's going on for the day first. You know, so now you guys know, if with Binance suffering the news that it suffered today, if Bitcoin's going to push back up, if ETH is going to push back up, the question I have is, can all the bearish pieces of news that we've seen today, can we get a response to them? Is there something that they can do to change it? Is there something that we can do to reverse that situation? And then we'll follow suit with price action to see, can it confirm? You know? But look, I'm going to finish up with this because there's been so much bearish news on Binance today. Let's talk about Binance spending money. Binance invests in Pancakeswap. So they've invested into their token Cake. I don't know what that means. Does that mean that we're going to see a pump in Cake? Does that mean that they think a pump is coming? Is a relief due? You know, Binance are strategic investors. Why would they invest in their token unless they knew something was happening? I'm not saying to buy Cake, but I'm just saying that it's something to pay attention to for sure. It's something to pay attention to. If you want to read this article, you can go to Binance.com where you'll see it. But they have made an investment in Cake. And we'll continue to see more and more come out on this over the coming weeks and months. I'm sure that there's going to be more. The smart people in crypto are the people that are paying attention now, are the people that are paying attention to news, people are paying attention to price action, people who are riding out the boredom, people who are riding out the lower and lower increase in volatility. I should have just said decrease in volatility instead of saying lower increase, but that's what I said. So stay tuned, pay attention. Now, before I go, I will say one thing. We are streaming Monday to Friday, every day, somewhere between noon and 12:15 UK time. So, you know, at the moment, we're getting a lot of you guys joining in, but for some very odd reason, 60% of you aren't subscribed to the channel. So if you've tuned into the stream and you feel like you've learned something, please feel free to subscribe to the channel, support the channel by hitting the like, hit the bell icon so that you're up to date whenever I go live and that you can join. I'll see you guys tomorrow for another stream. Thank you so much for joining. Take care and see you tomorrow. Goodbye.